All right, we are live. I am walking the golf course, getting in a couple of holes, and I thought I'd just test and see what happens if I go live while walking the course. I'm going to share a couple of views. One, this is kind of the walkway between the 15th hole and the 12th hole. So, kind of working my way around the course this evening the way I want to. Sun's going to set here in just a little bit, so I should have no problem getting at least 3 holes in here, get 12, 13, and 14. So one of the things that I really like to do when it comes to getting out here on the golf course is work on mindfulness. See how I can completely shut my mind down every time I swing a golf club. And depending on how good or how bad a round is, that could be anywhere between as low as 79 2 weeks ago or as high as mid 90s. So get a bunch of opportunities. And it's easier to quiet your mind on things, or at least for me, on things like putting. It's some of these longer swings that things start to get a little bit crazy with. But when you're out here, you've got an opportunity to just enjoy the weather, enjoy the sights, look at the mountain views, be able to see the sunset this late in the day. And although this is going to be a little bit dangerous, I am going to go live with my tee shot here on the 12th hole. So we'll see how things look as far as the setup and how well this works. Been playing a lot with this whole YouTube live and some of the live podcasting and making these available inside the podcast. What really helps me is if you've got questions, letting me know what those questions are so that I can see if we can create some time and space to answer them. Let's see. All right. I'm going to go 3-wood off the deck. It's a par 5. This is number 12 over at Seville. Super interesting talk. One of the things I've been really working on since following John Sherman is pre-shot routine and really just getting it dialed in from a timing perspective. So everything is the same. The way I check my alignment, the way I walk up to the ball, I waggle. Here we go. And that was a miss. Complete miss. But it'll be findable. So anyhow, anybody who got to see this live gets to see what that looked like. I don't know if I can see the chat. Here we go, Pat Taft. Patrick, it's good to see you. Mindfulness is good. Hopefully you're not going to judge me on that swing. I don't know that you'd know what to look for if you were judging me on the swing. It's not like I'm rolling jiu-jitsu. Mindfulness equals mental meltdown. Yeah. You know what? I think lack of mindfulness can turn into that whole mental meltdown. Um, this shot was more of a physical meltdown than a mental one. So, pre-shot routine. The reason why that is important to me and why I'm focusing on it is because it's something that I can control in the golf game. I can control it when it's one of the only things I've got complete control over is all of that perfect setup. I don't know what lives in there. Maybe a coyote, something. So, all right. So, par 5. One of the cool things about a par 5, you really only need 2 really good shots to put yourself in a position to score on a par 5. And here I am looking for my first good shot. We just picked up a stacking guest on here. All right, hold on. Here we go. All right. Here's some distances. I got 398 to the pin. I am in the rough Ball sitting up nice enough that I think I can hit 3-wood. I'm just going to go hit 3-wood. Again, same pre-shot routine, same timing, same step, same waggle. Not horrible, not great, but we'll go in for the next couple of shots. All right. So I'll ask in the chat, what do you do for mindfulness? Do you have a mindfulness practice? Enjoying the sunset, or you get to go through the walk with me. So the other thing about the pre-shot routine, that I can control it. I can control alignment. I can control timing. I can control my setup. I can control the decisions I make relative to the club. Once I start that swing, everything's outside of my control. Make impact with the ball. Everything's outside of my control. Ideally, the wind doesn't do too much to it. I don't get a bad bounce. There are a lot of similarities between what we do, we play this game, golf, and what we do in the game of life and in the game of business. So, if you're keeping track, I have missed 2 3-woods in a row. So now I'm going to go ahead and just play a little bit safe here, get out of my game, and try to not turn 2 bad shots into 4 bad shots. Again, same kind of setup, target, timing, waggle, a little bit rougher to lie. Much better. So that's going to put me in a much better position for what will be my 4th shot on this par 5. Fortunately, I'm going to have enough sun where I'm going to be able to get this hole done. Should be able to get 13 and get 14 done. So, there we go. Quick little go live. Enjoy the sunset. I'm going to get focused back on the game. Have an awesome rest of the weekend. Watch for the video tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to do kind of a play. Last week, I shared some stuff around breaking down the strategy of getting to a single digit handicap. What's strategy and tactics that I'm going to take. Tomorrow, I'm going to get into strategy and tactics on building out a speaking business, which is something I'm in the middle of doing. I think that's the one that I'm going to go with. I think one of the biggest challenges that's out there with a lot of the goal setting stuff and a lot of the work that people will have you go through is the struggle in connecting the dots between the work and the goal from a strategic standpoint. And why I think that's important is because if you don't understand your strategy, or if your strategy is all over the place, let's say your strategy is all over the place, you're potentially going to be doing a lot of work and working really hard on a number of things, and you may really struggle with trying to figure out whether or not what work is working and whether or not you're making progress. When you take a more deliberate approach, there's no way, that's me. When you take a more deliberate approach to simplifying your strategy, you can make sure that you're staying focused on the work that matters and not getting yourself pulled in 80 different directions because some leadership decides that they're going to implement a new set of tactics or a new idea on how we're going to go to market. So simplify your strategy, align your tactics directly with that strategy, and go out there and execute. Have a great day. Pat, thanks for joining on. We'll talk to you on Monday. Later.